Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
This is your call to action. Get prepared, America. Economy, survival, energy, disasters. This is USAPrepares.com. Informative radio, educational radio. Interact now by emailing instructor@USAPrepares.com or text at 434-390-7953. Class, please take your seats. Now, your instructor, Vincent Finelli.
Watch the greenbacks tumble.
It's one more drop of bliss. Everyone all set, cocked, locked? Here we go. Dial set correctly to USAPrepares.com. And we're broadcasting from high atop the Missouri Ozark Mountains, 2 hours. If you'd like to call us, we'll pay for the call. 866-582-9933, 866-582-9933. And for those of you who would like to listen as you travel, we have a listen line. 605-562-7727. 605-562-7727. And we have so many people listening on the listening line, we've added another one. 605-562-4080. 605-562-4080. Matt's engineering the broadcast in Minnesota. Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us. Welcome, Rick.
Good morning. I know. We're going to go for it. And I warned your new man to have his finger poised over the button just in case.
Something new? Something new?
I'll tell you, I was talking to Grace about I saw last night a deer, and I was looking at the deer, and all of a sudden, there's a bow hunter sneaking up on him, and it reminded me, it's off season. You know, they're just babies now. That's not right. And so, I remember when I lived down on the river, in the 40s, bow hunting was a big deal in Grants Pass, and they put them usually at 20 to 30 feet, usually 20 feet. Animals don't look up in the air, pretty much like humans don't look at chemtrails, you know? And so, 40 years later, these platforms are on trees that are going 60 feet in the air. And what's happened is a bunch of high school kids have a sport here in Grants Pass called wind walking, and you can see them from space if you have tomography. They're hard to say. At 60 feet in the air, it's kind of like a tweaker that's on drugs watching, you know, people in the trees. And what's happening is these kids go from one tree to the next on platforms that were built 40 years earlier, and then the tree grew up, and there's like almost on the Rogue River, there's about a 3-mile stretch, and these kids are crazy. They're going at 60 feet swinging from one tree to the next to these old platforms. They've rebuilt the platforms, sort of, but it's really like there's a network 60 feet in the air on the river.
Rick, Art Linkletter used to have a television program back in the 60s, and it was called, I think, Kids Say the Darndest Things. And I think now it's children do the stupidest things.
Well, that's because there's no families for 2 generations, possibly now going into 3 generations.
Yeah, and my wife says that, America's greatest generation, the World War II crowd, they fought, but they really let us down. And then the next generation, which would be my generation, really did a terrible job raising our children. And now we've got this mess, this totally lost generation, the generation that you take away their iPhone and the children start screaming and pouting and they're out of control because they don't know what to do.
They go into withdrawals. It's a form of addiction. And I remember what made me different than you with Clarabelle. And, hey, kids, what time is it?
That's Howdy Doody time.
I don't know if you remember Howdy Doody.
Sure I do.
Yeah,
Sure I do.
50s, in green and white TV.
Mm-hmm.
A little screen, because they didn't even have TVs.
Yeah, and it took about 2 minutes for the television to warm up. You just didn't turn it on and start watching it.
It did.
Because it had vacuum tubes.
Yeah.
So Rick, we're talking about children doing the stupidest things. We have someone close to our family, we'll just put it that way, who lives in Virginia. And this person works at a university where there's about 5,000 students. They have had 6 deaths in a year. Students dying. How do you have 6 students dying in 1 year in a university of about 5,000, actually less than 5,000 students?
You
and what's happening
some of them were murder.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
And drug overdoses. I mean, just stupidity. And it seems that, as far as I can tell, children are looking for attention, and they're not getting it. So they're acting out. And you look at Miley Cyrus. I mean, that gal has a real attention deficit.
I know, man.
I mean,
Madonna wannabe.
yeah, she's got one too. I mean, and a lot of these personalities who some people erroneously look up to as stars are people who you absolutely positively should not follow the footsteps are. These dysfunctional.
Madonna has attitude. Smiley lost it with Spooky Tooth. I don't know, man. I don't get a lot of the style of. I don't know. The music isn't even the same. I grew up in the 60s, and now I'm trying to listen to grunge.
I can, Rick. I was on my way to Indianapolis a couple weekends ago, where you and I and Matt Stein and Joey and some of our friends got a chance to meet, right? At a preparedness event, and I was listening to FM radio. And the vehicle that I have has this button on the steering wheel, and you can seek up or you can seek down the dial. And I would just push the button for like a half an hour, just trying to find one piece of music or one song that I could stand trying to listen to. And I failed. I could not do it. The music today, I mean, if you look at radio today, so many commercials. Way too many commercials. The news is poorly done. It's these millisecond snippets of the news where you don't get the story, you just get the headline. And then the alleged music is just not listenable to. I can't listen to it. There's no melody, there's no rhyme, the words, it's about a depressed generation trying really hard, and they need all kinds of electronics to try to make it listenable. And it's not. It has failed far, far short of being listenable. That's my take on today's music. They compare that to
when KMBX out of San Francisco wanted to play Inagata Vita, all 17 minutes of it. And I'll tell you, man, that's what FM was about, things that AM couldn't do. And, of course, now it's all FM. And they don't have spin doctors, or I don't know what they call them, where they have a sense of balance on how they mix music. But even the old stuff is locked into the same old boring people, and they don't play Jesse Cole and Young and the Youngbloods. They don't play da-da-da-da-da. And when I was back then, it was not Creedence Clearwater. Let me tell you, that's bar music. It was Jesse Cole and Young, and those kinds of ballad singing that was bluegrass or something out of Tennessee, and a little bit of hillbilly heaven. I loved it. It's different now. The music is different. I could lay off music that people haven't even heard of, like I don't know, Ultimate Spinach and the Hip Death Goddess, or Spooky Tooth playing with Pierre Henry.
Rick, Rick, where would we get a radio segment 17 minutes long to play In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida? Seriously. Seriously. Well, I mean, it's rare. It's pretty darn rare.
Yeah.
You know, the DJ'd have to say, all right, now when we start the next segment, when we come back from, the commercials, we're going to start immediately, okay, with this song, because it's so long that if I introduce it, we won't have time to play it in its entirety. I mean, that's the kind of thing that's going on with today. If you look at the number of commercials on all kinds of television, radio, out of control. Rick, I was on the phone with Joey, and Joey, he was with us at.
I like him.
He's absolutely
sitting right next to me, and Julie will be coming in shortly.
Well, I'll tell you, Joey is a brilliant guy, really, really, really bright, and he and I were chatting on the phone, and he said something very, very interesting. And he brought it to light, and he was talking about chicken wings. And part of the discussion was, okay, where are the men? Where did the men go? They seem to have lost their testosterone. They are not the heads of their households anymore. They're weak. Okay.
Benny Jesuit took over.
Yeah. Well, so we were talking about this, and he said he was talking to a guy about chicken wings. And how chicken wings are the most toxic part of the chicken. Right? They're the most toxic part. Now, normally, I guess we would grind them up and put them into pet food, right? But no.
They'd paint them red and call them buffalo.
Right. That's right. You paint them red, and you call them buffalo wings, and you sell them to people so they can watch them during the mindless ball games where they watch... Seriously.
And then
so
they
you
get
watch...
to watch Sam Sora. Have you seen that production of chickens? That will make you never want to eat a chicken again. Mm-hmm. There's a video called Sam Sora and how they mass produce our food. It gets really weird.
How do you spell that?
Sam Sora, S-A-M-O-R-A, Sam Sora. You'll find it. It's excellent. It's a 2-hour video. No voice, just music and scenery, and it will gross you out.
All right, I'll look that up for tonight.
Right man. Yeah, they show it in there, or just do the YouTube on Sam Sora and the chicken production.
Okay, and when we come back, Rick,
really
when we come back, let's talk a little bit more about what Joey was telling us, and it's absolutely brilliant. Dr. Richard Allen Miller's
at McDonald's. They're getting their Sam Sora chicken because there's other things than the chicken.
We'll be right back. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Hi, John Hubner from Midas Resources. Are you tired of watching your hard-earned assets dwindle away? As government spending is out of hand and the Federal Reserve is creating of $20 billion a week, are you tired of stockbrokers gambling away your hard-earned money? Is this market a setup for a crash greater than 1987? Too many of today's policies resemble those that led to the collapse of 1929. This is John Hubner, and that was me in 2007. And we all know what happened when the subprime credit bubble burst. By March 2009, the dollar lost 50% of its value. The entire U.S. banking system was on the verge of collapsing. Like all financial problems of the past, is history about to repeat itself? Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129, before it's too late to protect yourself. Will the oncoming catastrophe take all private IRAs, 401ks with it? There is a way to protect your hard-earned assets. Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129.
I'm Vincent Finelli of USAPrepares.com. As most of you know, I broadcast weekday mornings on GCN from 9 to 11. And I'm also a full-time farmer. Add to that mix the weekly meetups and the Get Prepared Expo, and this combination makes for a demanding schedule. On the farm, we raise grass-fed Black Angus cattle and provide them with the best variety of summer and fall grasses available. Our cattle are exposed to the extremes of weather, the toxins in the air, and the electromagnetic radiation that's all around us. So even the best grasses and food that we provide are not enough. Our cattle require minerals and supplements for strong health and resistance to disease. And so do we. For these reasons, my mother, our children, Mrs. Finelli, and I all take longevity beyond Tangy Tangerine, De-Stress, Glucogel, and EFA+. USAPreparesTeam.com. And thank you for being in class today.
It's time to build your own emergency food stockpile with the industry leader, My Patriot Supply. Once you try them, you'll know why so many Americans like you have made them part of their emergency preparedness plan. Experience the My Patriot Supply difference today with this unbelievable offer. Right now, a 4-week food supply is only $99, and that includes free shipping. That's 50% off the online price. Call 800-274-3070 to claim yours. Limit 2 per caller while supplies last. This offer isn't available online, so you want to make sure and grab this opportunity to get prepared today. 800-274-3070 to get your 4-week food supply for the incredible price of only $99, and it'll be shipped to you completely free. Call 800-274-3070 right now. That's 800-274-3070 to claim yours while supplies last. Don't wait. Call today.
Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us, richardallenmiller.com, Richard A-L-A-N Miller.com. So, Rick, I was talking with Joey, and he is one of our scouts, and he's been to the farm, he's been to the expo. He's been here multiple times, and it's always great to see him. So we were talking, and he was talking about chicken wings and how toxic they are, and the link between those males who have lost their testosterone, who can tell you everything about every ball player, every play. They can replay in their mind on Monday morning what happened over the weekend because they were glued to the idiot box, and they are not productive members of society in terms of leading their families. They're watching this idiot box, and they're not doing things to restore our country. They're just there. Well, he thinks they're being poisoned, and I believe he's right. They're being poisoned by the snack foods of choice while watching these ball games, chicken wings and beer. You know, GMO beer and chicken wings with the toxins. And you paint them red, and boy, that's great. I've never eaten a chicken wing.
Yeah, it gets weirder. I've never seen a chicken with those kinds of not small a wing ever be able to fly. I raised Anaconda, and they would always send the male up 40 feet in the tree to watch for osprey.
I have never eaten it.
Between free range, Samsora is going to gross you out. It's going to show.
Well, I looked for it. I was trying to find the whole thing, so I could post a link.
It's quite a video,
I could not find the whole.
It's really, there's 2 videos. I forget what the second one is. The first one, Samsora, is about our food production and how it went from local to factory. China. Mm-hmm. All the chicken wings come from China. That's going to gross you
Rick,
up.
I've never eaten a chicken wing. It's never appealed to me. I've seen people eat them, but I've never eaten one. I don't want to eat one. It makes no sense to me. It's like it's a part that makes no sense.
It's easy to pick. There's no gristle, and it all slides down and next, and it's a consumer thing. And that's what it's about, consuming. It's not about eating wholesome food. Carnicom's girlfriend is, she's a lab tech, and she actually went and picked up chicken from McDonald's and then looked at it under a microscope. And that's why you don't want to eat McDonald's chicken anymore. Got Morgellons in it, but it's got something that looks like Morgellon.
I've seen that image on the internet, these threads, thread-like looking substances within this image that I saw on the internet with a piece of McDonald's chicken. And by the way, I've never seen a part of a chicken that looks like what McDonald's sells as, chicken McNuggets. It's like pieces assembled.
Stuff, I'll tell you.
So anyway, Rick, I wanted to share that.
Food choices now.
Yeah, I wanted to share that that Joey had something really significant to say about how we are being dumbed down. So the guys who are watching mesmerized, these guys in short pants run around chasing a ball with people telling them what the rules are. They are becoming, just couch potatoes, and they're eating this GMO beer, and they're eating chicken wings and other, we'll call them packaged products that we probably shouldn't eat because it's not good for us.
Well,
so maybe that's a big reason.
Airport, that same event, you and I see all these people screaming near a bar because it's consumer time with red chicken wings and football or basketball. The gladiator sports. I never got that. I always liked to do sports. I didn't like to watch them. I never got how that worked.
Well, I was thinking I probably shouldn't say this. This ought to get me in a lot of trouble.
Go ahead,
well, I'll do it anyway. I was thinking about this guy that we've got in the White House, and I was thinking about the guy who was leading Germany during World War II. The guy leading Germany during World War II absolutely demanded the best of everything, the best engineering, the best education for his country. Is that what our guy's doing? Is that what our guy's doing?
George W. Bush was used by John Belushi as his character in Animal House.
Hold on. Hold that thought.
No, man.
How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates. 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary, not a solicitation for legal services.
Normal blood pressure, naturally. How would that make you feel?
I'm Don. Don from New Mexico. January of 2000, I had a heart attack. Then my real health began going downhill, and I had high blood pressure, high blood sugar, poor vision, and I really wasn't sleeping well. I was a mess, pretty much.
Don reports dramatic improvements with Heart and Body Extract.
I started taking Heart and Body Extract, and from within a few days, I started sleeping a lot better. My blood pressure normalized, my blood sugar normalized, and my sleep really did improve.
Experience these benefits and more when your body gets what it needs with the assistance of Heart and Body Extract. Order at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305. That's hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305.
Folks, I did not expect this at all. By the 7th, 8th, and 9th day, I saw dramatic improvements from taking Heart and Body Extract.
Details at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305 for Heart and Body Extract.
For over 5 years, you've been hearing about the Berkey guy, so you may know a few things about him. For example, you are well aware of the superior quality and effectiveness of Berkey water filters and accessories. But did you know the Berkeys have had independent lab tests done to prove just how effective they are? It's true, and he can email you the test results. Just visit goberkey.com. You may also know that the Berkey guy has helped tens of thousands of people get better prepared. Now here's something you may not know. GoBerkey.com has amazing specials and deals all the time on a wide variety of survival and preparedness products. Most ready to ship same day. Visit the Berkey Guy at GoBerkey.com and be sure to click the red Products on Sale Now button. You can always call toll-free 877-886-3653. Again, that's 877-886-3653. GoBerkey.com, home of the Berkey Guy.
Making the right decisions is a challenge to investors. Are we going to see economic growth, slide into a recession, or at worst, depression? Hi, Ted Anderson from Midas Resources. We all know when a company acts irresponsibly, divesting ourselves in a move towards safety is prudent. When the market becomes volatile, U.S. Treasuries are a safe haven. But what do you do when the U.S. government overextends itself and spends beyond its means? Many investors are turning toward gold as a common-sense alternative to traditional paper investments. Midas Resources has put together a powerful book titled 10 Reasons to Own Gold, discussing costs, benefits, risks, featuring full-color illustrations, weights, and measures. The book is free and can be yours by calling 800-686-2237. Paper investments are dwarfed by gold's 6,000-year history. Discover how gold may be right for you and your IRA by calling 800-686-2237. Whether buying or it's time for you to sell, the book is free. Call 800-686-2237.
Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us, and so I did it. I said, okay, let's compare Adolf Hitler to Barry. And you know, Adolf Hitler was the impetus behind the Volkswagen, right? He was the guy that said there needs to be a car for the people. He united Germany. He spearheaded the V2 rocket program, which ultimately became NASA, right? He built the Autobahn. And so, all right, let's look at Barry and Company. Michelle destroyed the school lunches. What did Barry do? Did Barry unite the country? As far as I can tell, we've got riots going on in New York, Baltimore, Boston. What did Barry do?
I think Joey might be anonymous.
Why do you say that?
I'm just kidding. I thought I'd poke Joey a little bit.
Yeah. So we've got riots going on in Washington, D.C., Houston, Indianapolis, Boston.
Yeah. It's better because everybody is under pressure. You talked about your animals and how they just don't want to be alone. It's like the quickening. It's probably electromagnetic. I'm feeling it. I absolutely feel it. My biorhythms feel it. Everything is speeding up, and I'm guessing everything keys off what the sun is doing.
Rick, let's talk about this for a couple minutes. You mentioned the animals, and let me bring our class up to speed. I was talking with Joey on the phone, and he and I have observed the same thing. we've observed that our animals seem to want to be very, very close to us. I mentioned this to Norm Shealy yesterday on the air, that if we were watching Mission Impossible in the kitchen, we have this sofa and we have this TV screen, and we can fire up an old movie or an old TV show, and commercial free, we'll do that. We don't have television over the air, we don't have cable, we don't have satellite, but we do have the internet. And we do have some DVDs. So Mrs. Finelli and I were watching Mission Impossible, from the 1960s. And as we were watching it, Thomas Jefferson, my dog, came over and he's leaning on me. And I'm sitting right next to Mrs. Finelli. And her dog comes over, Ayudi, a Neapolitan Mastiff, and she's leaning against her. And then the cats come over, and my mom is there, and the whole family is like leaning against each other.
Yeah.
Now, that, I thought that was an unusual thing, and it's happening a lot. And so if we go outside, the cats follow us. If I go to the barn, the cats, the dogs, everybody follow us. Seriously, I'm not exaggerating. The dogs all follow me into the barn. The cats follow the dogs. Everybody's in the barn. Then I leave the barn. Everybody leaves with me. The chickens come over and check us out. Everybody wants to be with us. And I'm wondering what in the heck is going on. Now, Joey said it's the same thing. It's the same thing in Michigan with him. And then yesterday, the weirdest thing happened. I opened the back of the ML. We have an old 1999 Mercedes ML 320. It's a little SUV, and we use it at the farm here. And I had a piece of cardboard in there, a large piece of cardboard that I wanted to put down underneath this tractor so I could service the hydraulic system. I didn't want to lie in the oil and underneath the tractor, so I wanted to put this piece of cardboard down. And as I went to get the cardboard out of the ML, Ayudi, the Neapolitan Mastiff, wanted to get in. Now, she doesn't get in the vehicle, but she wanted to get in, and she would not take no for an answer. She thought I was going to leave, and she absolutely positively was not going to let me leave without her being in the ML. I don't understand what is going on, but the dogs are at a heightened sense of alert. Around the farm, Rick, we have this long driveway, and we live on a dirt road, not gravel, dirt. So our driveway is about a third of a mile long. The dogs park themselves where they are all watching, as if they are a team protecting the farm, so that they have different vantage points. So instead of all lying together, they are spread apart so that each one can cover another area, so they get maximum view of whatever a threat may be as they perceive it. And when one barks, they all have this sense of, I understand what that bark is. It's not serious. No, that was a real serious bark. And then they all go to this heightened sense of defense or attack. That's what's happening here on the farm. Now, I haven't trained them to do this. This is something that they have figured out on their own. So my question is, what do they know? Is there something is it a frequency? Is it the quickening? What is it that our animals are so concerned about that they are on this heightened sense of alert, watching everything?
So it's about food. Jack Nicholson nailed it in his movie. You got to understand it, dog. It's always about his gut. Trust me. He did this movie called As Good as It Gets, with this gay guy came over and he says, "I bet my dog loves you more than he loves me." And Jack Nicholson said, "I feed him bacon." And like Raleigh, the way I got Julie to want to come over, because she has to bring Raleigh up and down stairs in the middle of the night when he has to go out. I have a split level. And he demands to come over here because I feed him real food. And once I started feeding him real food instead of that BS that you buy in the store for dogs, even Iams, it's got crap in it. I'm not even going to go there. Once I started feeding him what I eat, well, he got better. He's going to live another couple of years. That's the way that works. It's about. But Rick,
what do you think? What do you think is causing the animals to be our animals?
Electromagnetic fields from the sun. The sun is actually changing, really changing, and there's reasons having to do with Planet 7X in Nibiru, and other creepy things going on. And it affects everything on Earth. Volcanoes, earthquakes, global warming, and additives, biorhythms. And it will affect your biorhythms. And I don't know if you remember where they had 4 different kinds of rhythms, your emotional body, your da-da-da body, and they all have different cycles. And sometimes they're in sync with each other, and other times they're not. And so you have low days and high days. And with the electromagnetic fields from the sun, you're going to have a lot of changing days that are confusing because the sun is changing. It's serious.
Rick, I've been traveling. When I went out to Indianapolis, I saw people behind the wheel doing things that I absolutely would never do. Cut us off.
Crazy.
I mean, really dangerous maneuvers with their vehicles.
Because
and
they're in a hurry, they're short-tempered, or they're just from L.A. Who knows?
well, you saw it too. You saw people do some things. Cut us off. That
it's happening here, everywhere. The road rage is increasing, not so much because of our, irritation coefficient, where you got so many inches between the next person and a crowd. That's how they do crowd control. But traffic is like that. There's something going on that is changing everybody. I've noticed everybody's got an attitude now. I've had people yell at me when I'm just driving. I didn't even do anything. And they're swearing at me like I'm, and I don't get it. I try not to take it personal. I just figure, the guy's looking to have a wreck, and he, I didn't give him one. He'll have to find someone else to do it with. I don't know. It's creepy what's happening, and everybody's uptight. Everybody.
I am seeing people uptight more than I've ever seen before.
Yeah,
I've seen
well, the
people
pressure, banks are failing. My bank, I've been with them almost 30-some years. Mm-hmm. I've never had a problem with my bank, and now they're doing sticky shit. And when I say that, I mean, I'm Oak Publishing. So if someone sent me a check, Oak Publishing, are you registered with the state of Oregon? No, I'm 71 years old, working as a personal thing, and, you got to register with the state of Oregon before we can even deposit the check. And it's just nuts. I had 2 other bank managers that wouldn't even do that. It's because money is tight enough, and there's enough fraud out there that now there's no margin for latitudes where they waive a service charge, where they try to make it easy for you. And go ahead and register next week sometime.
Register
I
for
don't get it.
Register
I know that if the banks are going tight, there's real things going on. I just mentioned to one of the tellers, I said, how do you like your job now? She elected and got it.
Well, I went into the bank, and I rarely go to the bank. If I get there once a month, that's too much for me. And there's this little bank.
My bank, what I do is each year, over the years, not this year, because everybody's new, but I get tickets to their concert of choice, to the RIP. Spent about $400 on all the girls instead of taking them to dinner or lunch, which is a nice gesture. What I do is, what concert do you want to see? And no, I'm not going to even do that because they're more impersonal. That's one of the reasons I chose my bank. This is a local farm home. They do farm homes. They're not like a big corporate America. They're like the local. And it's all changing.
Well, I stopped at the bank. Hadn't been there in a long time. And, I reintroduced myself. I'm exaggerating. But I said to, Rick, you've been here. We're in the middle of nowhere, so everybody knows everybody, right? So all the people at the bank know who I am. They recognize my voice. They certainly recognize me, visually. Well, I said to, after our transaction at the bank, Mrs. Finelli and I were there, I said, so who killed Hartville? Hartville's the town that the bank is in. And the teller was kind of surprised that I said that. And as I explained to her, hey, look around. All these businesses are closed. Half the buildings are empty. And the only ones that are still standing are the ones who are doing business with the county seat, the government of the county. Other than that, no other business is standing. Literally. And she realized it, and Hartfield's going down. Hartfield is going to fail, just like a lot of other small towns. That USAprepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAprepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAprepares.com. That's USAPREPARES.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAprepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
It's time to build your own emergency food stockpile with the industry leader, My Patriot Supply. Once you try them, you'll know why so many Americans like you have made them part of their emergency preparedness plan. Experience the My Patriot Supply difference today with this unbelievable offer. Right now, a 4-week food supply is only $99, and that includes free shipping. That's 50% off the online price. Call 800-274-3070 to claim yours. Limit 2 per caller while supplies last. This offer isn't available online, so you want to make sure and grab this opportunity to get prepared today. 800-274-3070 to get your 4-week food supply for the incredible price of only $99, and it'll be shipped to you completely free. Call 800-274-3070 right now. That's 800-274-3070 to claim yours while supplies last. Don't wait. Call today.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
Improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine, there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
Gold. It's like nothing else on Earth. From the Romans through the Renaissance, from the Industrial Age to the Space Age, gold has weathered the test of time. For 6,000 years, gold has remained the ultimate store of wealth. According to the World Gold Council and the U.S. Mint, demand is at an all-time high. The stage is being set for the reemergence of gold as the common-sense alternative to a fiat paper currency that gets weaker every day. Midas Resources is proud to offer the hard-hitting report that arms you with the truth you need need to protect you and your family from the Fed's plans for your hard-earned money. Don't gamble with your future. Call Midas Resources today and ask for your free copy of As Good as Gold. Call 1-800-686-2237 for the report the Fed hopes you'll never see. As Good as Gold can be yours by calling 800-686-2237. If you have ever thought about owning gold, you must read this report. Call Midas today at 800-686-2237.
Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us. So, Rick, there's this mother of a Baltimore rioter, and she told her son to turn himself in for smashing, some cars and with a police cone. So this 18-year-old guy, his name is Alan Bullock, and there's a picture allegedly of him with a police cone, one of those orange cones, smashing through the window of a police car, Baltimore police car. So here's what happened. So this guy is now charged with 8 misdemeanors, and his bail is set. His bail is set at $500,000. $500,000. Okay, now, so here's my point. I think that we have an absolute positive right guaranteed to us to protest. Now, I look at some of these people who are protesting, and here's a comment I'd like to make. Unless you have been abused by the government, your comments really don't hold any weight with me. So unless a person has been abused by the government, they say, okay, let's, all these blacks who are doing all this, let's, they need to be vaporized. No, I disagree with that. I disagree with that. The people who are protesting are lashing out because their education has been stolen from them. The government education system is a national disgrace. It's an intergalactic disgrace. We have failed to teach young people skills. Our government has sold out our jobs to China, Mexico, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, and all over the world except here. Okay, we've destroyed our own economy. These greedy politicians have damaged the United States of America beyond repair. So now we have people in the cities who have no hope, no chance of a job, no chance of employment, and what are they going to do? They don't know how to do the things that they should know how to do because we haven't allowed them to be taught, because we have failed them in the public schools. Now, so they're lashing out. They've been arrested. They've been beaten by the police. They've been tased. They've been harassed. And there's no future for them. So they're lashing out at what? Whatever's there. What are they lashing out with? Whatever's there. So if there's a brick, they're lashing out with that. And what are they doing with that brick? They're throwing it where? Wherever they can. So what I'm saying is, if you look at what happened to USAPrepares.com, the Get Prepared Expo, the city of Lebanon attacking us, bringing the police, and damaging our expo, am I furious? Absolutely. Of course I'm furious. And am I going to just sit back?
I can add to this whole thing.
Hang on just a second.
Yeah.
Hang on just a second. So am I going to lash out? Am I going to burn down Lebanon? No. Am I going to throw bricks? No. But I'm going to do what I can to let people know that the city of Lebanon and the mayor and Chris Hurd, the city manager, do not support, endorse, nor defend the Constitution of the state of Missouri. So why would I spend my money there? And why would I encourage anyone else to go to Lebanon, Missouri? Okay, so that's my response. Now, these people who are angry, who are protesting, what are they going to do? They're lashing out at whatever they can find, including police cars, who are the vehicles that are transporting these guys who are killing them. I understand what they're doing. I really do. I really understand it. And anyone who says that they should be beaten and arrested and vaporized, I'm not going to pay any attention to that. Because they have a right to protest.
To this whole thing, it made national news because of our texting and networking. Some grandmother, Fort Benoit grade school, had this kid put in a lunchroom with a cardboard shield so he could not be with the rest of the children as a symbol because he had broken the rules 3 times in a row. And this grandmother went whiny me all over the Facebook and had people from all over the country criticizing Fort Benoit School, and they didn't know goat turds from pork and beans. And really what happened was, and it gets worse, this whole national news, I don't know if you saw this, the kid had come to school late 4 times, and the 4th time he was punished. The 3rd time he was reported he had to come in with his parents, and they didn't show up. And so what happened is the grandmother took it to the media in protest and garnered a whole bunch of criticism on Fort Benoit School. But in fact,
I have bought a few bottles of Heart and Body Extract and have to say that it certainly does work.
That's what Jack from Michigan had to say after his experience with heart pain and what he did to treat it with Heart and Body Extract.
I actually had a huge heart flutter. I was also having some edema around my ankles and very worrisome clot in my right leg that would happen from time to time. I was trying to sleep.
Heart and Body Extract is all natural with no negative side effects. It will help repair or correct past problems associated with the heart and body circulation.
After my 2nd bottle of Heart and Body Extract, all problems are now gone.
Order at hbextract.com or call 866-295-5305.
I ordered a 3rd bottle of Heart and Body Extract for maintenance as I want to keep everything working.
Order Heart and Body Extract at 866-295-5305 or hbextract.com. Heart and Body Extract for a long and healthy life.
Quantitative easing, unemployment at depression levels, Europe financial system falling apart, China getting out of U.S. treasuries. At the end of 2008, the time of TARP, the national debt was at $11 trillion, gold trading around $850 per ounce. Close to 2012, the national debt exceeded $16.4 trillion, gold doubled to $1,600 per ounce. The $20 trillion threshold for the national debt is inevitable. Politicians in Washington have a ferocious appetite for spending and stimulus. What's worse, a printing press to finance. 100 years ago, we had a gold standard to limit this madness, but now you have to adopt your own gold standard. Don't be fooled with paper promises. Get Midas Resources 10 Reasons to Buy Gold free by calling 800-686-2237. Understanding the gold and silver market may be the only insurance you could have to avoiding the next economic crisis. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order your free copy. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
Hi, John Hubner from Midas Resources. Are you tired of watching your hard-earned assets dwindle away? As government spending is out of hand and the Federal Reserve is creating in excess of $20 billion a week, are you tired of stockbrokers gambling away your hard-earned money? Is this market a setup for a crash greater than 1987? Too many of today's policies resemble those that led to the collapse of 1929. This is John Hubner, and that was me in 2007. And we all know what happened when the subprime credit bubble burst. By March 2009, the dollar lost 50% of its value. The entire U.S. banking system was on the verge of collapsing. Like all financial problems of the past, is history about to repeat itself? Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129, before it's too late to protect yourself. Will the oncoming catastrophe take all private IRAs, 401ks with it? There is a way to protect your hard-earned assets. Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129.
Everyone all set, cocked, locked. Here we go. Hour number 2 of USA Prepares. Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us. And Rick, one of the things I'd like to mention is Mayor Lyle Anderson of Lebanon, Missouri. He did not do anything to censure the city manager of Lebanon, Missouri, Chris Hurd. And here's what we have. We have these professional managers managing cities, and they manage them like a business. And they are a business. They are a corporation. And Lyle Anderson is the CEO of the corporation of the city of Lebanon, Missouri. Most cities are corporations, and they are in the business to make a profit and expand their empire. Well, Lyle Anderson, in my opinion, is no different. So Lyle Anderson and his team of cops has destroyed the Get Prepared Expo in the city of Lebanon. They really have. That was our 7th expo. We did 3 years in the city of Lebanon, Missouri, a small city of less than 20,000 people, and we built it to the biggest expo in the United States. Okay, they killed it. Everybody who went to the expo said it had the most educational content ever. And I doubt, and this is my opinion, I doubt there will be another expo in the next 20 years that has anywhere near the content that we had. 97 seminars in 2 days. If you add Rick and Matt's seminar, there'd be 98 seminars in 3 days. Okay? Unheard of, never done before. We had 450 people at our banquet meals. Never done before, okay? So who killed it? The city of Lebanon. The angry cops. The angry cops killed the expo. And if you'd like, I'd like to suggest you give the mayor a call and say, what's he going to do about it? Because he told me he's going to do nothing about it. He has no intent for any remedy whatsoever.
You might remind him that one of the words that we were told is that Missouri is split in half, and where you live is where most of the police end up because they've been fired or laid off for not being very good policemen. And that's a symptom. The whole thing is playing on people. Lebanon is had 4 times the cops that Grants Pass does, and we're about 10 times bigger. And really, they prey on the locals, and that's the business that they do. And it's wrong.
Yeah, not only that, they ride around these brand new cruisers. Well, you see them in these brand new Chrysler Corporation cruisers, and they're better equipped, more expensive than any of typical farmers' vehicles. But let me give you the cell phone number for the mayor. His name is Lyle Anderson, Lyle Anderson. He always has his cell phone, so you can call him 417-588-7122. 417-588-7122.
Yeah,
and I'd like to know.
And on YouTube from Anonymous. It's gone national. That ought to get him.
And what I'd like to know is why they allowed the expo to be killed. Now, that really impacts all of you. It really does, because now we have to figure out another place to go, and it can't be a city property. We know all about city properties. It's all about taxes. Now, the mayor told me that he'd really like to have our business. Really? He wants to have our business? Is that how he shows us? By sending in his forces? No way. No way do we want to be part of that. So, 417-664-4396. Give him a call and ask him why he killed the expo. The Get Prepared Expo in Lebanon, Missouri. Rick, would you say it was an awesome expo or what?
Well, Lebanon is going to go down as a ghost town shortly because of action of that city manager. That city manager should be on point and not allow the police to behave the way they are. It was completely different in Indianapolis, and we were in a bad part of town. That guy that was there actually made me enjoy that event.
Yeah, what you're saying is there was a cop who showed up at the RK Prepper show, and it was just one cop. It wasn't a swarm. It was one cop, and he was looking around, and he was like a nice guy, completely
different.
He's
trying to be there as part of the group, doing his part. Yeah. Different.
And so in Lebanon, that's not the case. Lebanon. So anyway, let me give you that mayor's phone number again, and please report back. Call in. Let us know what the mayor told you. 417-664-4396. Rick, let's talk about something that is a threat to all of us. Fukushima, the radiation, the fish that are radioactive. What are your thoughts on that? Is it getting worse?
Yeah, I think we're going to need a Geiger counter to buy our food. I think what they're going to do in the future is put a mass spectrometer at the back end when food comes in the back door to go out on the counter, and you measure, count atoms to see whether or not you want to eat it. And then you're probably going to need, when you go to pick up the fish at the fish part section, measure that. That counts for a minute. It's getting worse than anybody can imagine. And literally, Fukushima, Japan's dead. It really is. The incidence of cancer now widespread throughout all of Japan. It turns out that when the grid collapsed, it collapsed in several other nuclear power plants. There were incidences that were not reported in other parts of the country.
Yesterday I was reading an article, Rick, about shrimp, imported shrimp. And the article, if I remember correctly, said something like 60% of imported shrimp has high levels of bacteria. 60%. And we're thinking our food supply is safe, and we're thinking, well, we were told back in the 70s that the food supply in the United States was the best in the world. What happened? What happened? So I'm concerned, and I've put together a packet of seeds with White Harvest Seed, whiteharvestseed.com. Tomatoes, sweet peppers, and hot peppers, $5, and they'll be on the website by Monday. And if you want them, that's $5 shipped, and your children can grow them and have success. They're heirloom seeds. They can save the seeds, and you won't have to buy any more. One-time purchase, $5 shipped, ready to go, with the instructions on how to have a successful garden. The same seeds that I grow. So that's my little contribution. WhiteHarvestSeed.com. Put together my favorite seeds. They literally are my favorite. And years ago, I contacted Mike Knox, and you've heard him on the air. You've seen him at the expo and the meetups. He put together a large kit for us instructors, and we bought them in bulk, and then we divided them up, and those are the seeds that we grow. And as a matter of fact, I'll share something that I've never told anybody before. In trade for Mike being at the Get Prepared Expo, I gave him great space over the years, and he gave away seeds. So the deal that I cut with him is thousands of packs of seeds. He would give them away to our guests, and I would give him space, because we wanted our guests to grow White Harvest Seeds food. That's what we wanted to do. Now you know the story. So Mike Knox, over the years, has been giving thousands and thousands of packets of seeds away at the Get Prepared Expo. I would say that he probably gave away somewhere around 6,000 packages of seeds, tomatoes, and peppers, and so forth. My favorite seeds over the years. And that's because we want you to grow your own food supply. So now the secret's out of the bag. That's how that worked.
He should also remind people that if they're going to bug in, they probably should carry the seed they're going to want to come bugging out on.
You want to talk about that?
There may not be any seed when they come out.
You want to talk about that?
Well, it's straight up. That's what they call repositories, where the seed is worth more than gold is in Canada. You know, they have repositories for their timber. It's seed. Yeah. Imagine that. Yeah, I'm talking about, like, better than Fort Knox.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are several seed repositories on Earth.
That are, like, set up. You know,
right.
The last hundreds of years, if something weird should happen.
And here's what's happening with these seed vaults. They are our future. And if everything comes crashing down, hopefully we'll have enough seeds to rebuild. Okay? And no seed vault is being entrusted with all the seeds. There are multiple seed vaults, high security seed vaults, in several places throughout the globe. And the plan is, and I'm not involved with this in any way, shape, or form. I just talked to someone who was involved, or is involved, and they want to make sure that no matter what happens, politically, globally, war, whatever it is, the seeds will still be safe. That's the plan.
Always, every state has more than 2 or 5 heirloom seed sources that have repositories. The hippies started it. There's we have ours, Seeds of Change, and that kind of thing. Every state has at least 2 to 5 repositories. They're usually loady-doody hippies that collect seed and have a whole bunch of catalogs for the various variations of things that have climatized for the region.
Rick,
now,
have
just
you
having
been on...
tomato seed isn't necessarily going to work for you. Having tomato seeds that are climatized for Missouri makes sense. The next stage on that will be germplasm and tissue culturing. That's what's going to happen if we lose our seed. We'll do Jurassic Park.
Rick, have you been on Jeff Rentz's show?
Yes. Numerous times, yes.
The reason I ask is I've never talked with him. Did you know that he was involved in it?
Give you an intro, no problem. Jeff lives just
do you know
down
that he
the
was?
street.
Do you know that he was involved in an automobile accident?
When?
Last Friday.
No, what happened?
Well, I'll tell you when we come back. I'll tell you when we come back from this break.
Okay?
I think so. We'll be right back. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Gold isn't for you? Ted Anderson, president of Midas Resources, one of the world's premier gold and precious metal investing firms. I get it. You wouldn't buy if you believed that the government is doing a great job, that the Fed will stop handing out trillions of dollars like bailout candy, that Social Security would be there for you. That's not what's happening. You might even pass on gold if the stimulus package wouldn't fuel inflation, or that the dollar wouldn't lose value, or that your retirement would be secure. If all looks rosy to you, then now is not the time to buy gold. For the realists, there have never been more sobering reasons to diversify with gold. Since 2001, the U.S. dollar index has tanked 30% while gold has risen 300%. Right now, savvy investors are adding gold to their portfolios. You should too. Find out what they know. Call us and I'll send you 10 reasons why gold will do very well. Free. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
I'm Vincent Finelli of USAPrepares.com. As most of you know, I broadcast weekday mornings on GCN from 9 to 11. And I'm also a full-time farmer. Add to that mix the weekly meetups and the Get Prepared Expo, and this combination makes for a demanding schedule. On the farm, we raise grass-fed Black Angus cattle and provide them with the best variety of summer and fall grasses available. Our cattle are exposed to the extremes of weather, the toxins in the air, and the electromagnetic radiation that's all around us. So even the best grasses and food that we provide are not enough. Our cattle require minerals and supplements for strong health and resistance to disease. And so do we. For these reasons, my mother, our children, Mrs. Finelli, and I all take Longevity Beyond Tangy Tangerine, De-Stress, Glucogel, and EFA+. USAPreparesTeam.com. And thank you for being in class today.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
Dr. Richard Allen Miller's with us. So, Rick, I just got off the phone with Harry Cooper, Senior USA Prepares instructor. He's the author of some books and sharkhunters.com. He's the one who uncovered that Adolf Hitler did survive World War II, escaped to Argentina with the assistance of Mercedes of Argentina. Anyway, I just called him during the commercial break. And he said Jeff Rentz was in an accident, automobile accident, single vehicle accident. And his vehicle flipped end over end. He ended up in the intensive care unit of a hospital. Broken bones.
I'm close to Jeff, not as close as you, but I do frequently. He lives in Ashland.
Okay, well, I had some broken bones in his arm and hand. He's now at home. But it was a single car accident. So those of you who are inclined to pray, please add Jeff Rentz. What
caused the accident? Might ask.
Well, I don't know, and I asked Harry Cooper that, and he said I'll have to call Jeff. But here's one of the points. Here's one of the points. Jeff Rentz does some really great broadcasting, and he was involved in an automobile accident. And I don't know what caused it, but I do know that I'm suspicious of everything. And Joyce Riley has cancer. Bob Chapman died of pancreatic cancer. William Cooper was executed by the police. These are broadcasters who are on the edge of.
I saw that article. Yes, I saw that where they're killing off alternative broadcasters. Yes, I saw that article.
Okay. Well, I'm speaking of experience and people I've heard on the air. Of course, I know Joyce Riley. I've stayed at her guest house with Sam Bushman and some others. But what are we going to do? What are we going to do when alternative radio becomes quieter and quieter? I mean, who are the replacements? And if you look at the Netherlands, they're shutting down FM radio in 2017. FM will be gone in 2017. What's going to happen? And I talked about this at our meetup last Monday, and I mentioned that. Okay, who listens to FM radio? Who listens to AM radio? And the answer is you only listen to AM if you have to. Okay? If you can listen to the same broadcast on FM and AM, like everyone would listen on FM because of the clarity, the fidelity, and so forth. The only reason you listen to AM is because it's something you want to hear that's not available on FM, right? And if FM's gone, what's left? And new cars are not even being manufactured with AM radio. So AM is going to be history soon. That being the case, we're going to a digital world where it's easier to control. And then if you look at the message, the nightly news, ABC, CBS, NBC, how different is the message? It's the same message because it comes from the same sources. The difference is alternative media.
There is. I have to say something. I have now started to climb the ladder in alternative radio, because of the Veterans Today article and other things like that. And I will tell you that a good 70% of alternative radio is disinformation, flat out. And worse, it's creepy disinformation. And the bad news is most of the people doing it believe what they're saying. That's even creepier.
You want to give me as an example, Rick?
You mean, no, I don't want to point fingers because I was with Terry Cassidy and she had me go on with a really sincere, well-researched zealot, religious zealot. And he saw creep everywhere he looked and is mostly focused on Nibiru, the Planet X. I'm going to say something that I have just discovered that has blown me away. There is a link out, I can find it where you're doing, that is talking about CERN by an occultist that is every bit my equal in scholarship. He's
hold that thought. Hold that thought till we come. Hold that thought.
Yeah,
we'll be right back, Rick. By now, you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
Improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R-value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
If the IRS has garnished your paycheck or seized money from your bank account, you need to get professional tax help now. Fast action is required to put a halt to these aggressive IRS collection tactics. You can count on the knowledgeable team of tax professionals at Wall & Associates. With over 30 years of experience, Wall & Associates has settled the tax problems of thousands of taxpayers for a small fraction of what they owed. For a free face-to-face consultation, call 1-800-425-4610 to put a wall between you and the IRS. 1-800-425-4610 or look for us on the web at wallandassociates.net. We solve tax problems. If you hire Wall & Associates today, you'll never have to talk to the IRS again. To stop the levies and seizures today, take action now. Call Wall & Associates at 1-800-425-4610. Wall & Associates. 1-800-425-4610. Based on actual cases, results may vary, not a solicitation for legal services.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Friends, this is Alex Jones for MidasResources.com. For more than 15 years, I have exclusively used Midas Resources for all my precious metal needs. Whether it's bullion or collectibles you're looking for, Midas Resources is simply the best. I own my gold as a hedge against inflation. This Federal Reserve fiat currency could go the way of the Deutschmark and the Weimar Republic anytime. In these historically dangerous times, it makes sense to physically hold gold and silver. Midas already has some of the best deals in the industry. But if you give them a call and mention the radio special, they will give you a list of the day's super specials. Midas brokers are standing by to answer all your questions at 800-686-2237. They also have a lot of informative free literature explaining the opportunities and risk of holding precious metals. They are ready to answer your questions at 800-686-2237. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
Class, I've got a post on the website about Tennessee. There's some meat that was 9 years old. It was frozen and thawed and smelled bad, so they put some gravy on it and is ready for consumption by the students. Okay, so if you're thinking about sending lunch with your students, if they're attending the public training camp, you might want to pack their own lunch. Pack the lunch for your family. I mean, why entrust Michelle and her followers to cook for your children? Post is on the website, usaprepares.com. Rick, you were talking about CERN? Go ahead, Rick, you were talking about CERN?
Oh, so CERN, this guy does a parable on what CERN is and what it is not. And his occult scholarship is exceptional. And when I say that, I've taught at Harvard, graduate level. This guy nails it. He says that CERN is being run by a bunch of fanatics that are trying to make biblical prophecy happen. And they have, their own interpretation of the biblical prophecy. CERN is basically a time machine that is about to let Apollo back onto Earth as an Anunnaki. And this guy has the references on what he's talking about that creeped me out. Now, Germany is like that, where they get a mindset to do something and then get out of their way because there's nothing stopping them. And CERN is a bad accident waiting to happen and letting some kind of weird entity in. Now, his references on this creep me out because I'm good enough that when I watch something, I can usually see the spin and things like that. And so disinformation is out there because of zealots. They're not minor adepts or major adepts or adeptus exemptus. They're down in the lower channels, trying to preach the gospel. And I have to say, CERN is kind of scary to me when you realize that it's opening a portal to let something in. And while I don't know how that all works, I've got a great imagination, and my academic background in terms of translations of specifics leads me to be very concerned.
Rick, let me see if I've got what you're saying. You're saying that
make biblical prophecy happen, literally.
Rick, let me see if I understand what you're saying. Are you saying that there is so much disinformation on the alternative media, it's hard to figure out what's what, and if you compare that to the mainstream media, it's even worse?
Yeah, that's one thing. Then CERN is not what you think it is, that super collider trying to do dark matter. And the God molecule, no. It's doing something else, and that's very scary. It's like when we didn't know what an atom bomb was going to do, and we let one off in the atolls. Yeah. It's they're doing something, and apparently the CERN people are run by a group of religious fanatics.
Rick, let me see if I've got this right. You're talking about when we let the atomic bomb off in the Bikini Atolls, and we thought, geez, this thing might light the atmosphere on fire, but let's do it anyway?
Yeah, we didn't know that. That's right. By the way, there was a movie that came out and has been pulled, and I can't find who did it. Who played in Wall Street? What was the guy's name? Wall Street. His father.
Michael Douglas? Michael Douglas?
Yeah, his father did a religious movie on that very thing where they went to Geneva to try to stop the bomb because of Sister Teresa, not Teresa, the mother flying and something or other about setting the skies. When Shayne, what was his name? Charlie Shayne.
Martin Sheen?
Not Charlie, Michael. Yeah, Michael Shayne became religious, and when he did, he made this movie that I have never seen ever play, and you can't find it anymore. But my ex-wife and I, we saw it. It was the concern. It was when he became a religious person. He went back into Christianity, and he made this movie about the mother and was it the Holy Mother? Warning about this setting the light. Well, that was nuclear energy. Now, what we're talking about at CERN is actually going to create a portal in time. That's what dark energy does. I can run it down in a little article I haven't written yet, but, I try to explain how it all works. And apparently, it's all funded. It's got big bucks on a group that want to make Bible prophecy true. They're making it happen, kind of like they did in Germany. I don't know what it all means. I'm kind of concerned. I'll see if I can't find that article for you.
Okay, I'll post it.
The guy that did the video, exceptional knowledge base. I was really impressed. I'm not very impressed with a lot of people. There's a lot of disinformation out. That might be some of it, but his academic background led me to believe that he's a scholar and he's well-researched. It concerns me. Put me in creep mode.
Okay. Rick, let's talk about something you're expert in. Mind-altering medications. Mind-altering. Well, here's why I'm asking. Well, the reason I'm asking is there seem to be people who want to detach from reality. They think that there's a better place to be, and they may be right. The only problem is when they come back.
That's right. Timothy Leary, in his Varieties of Psychedelic Experience, said that the Buddhists had 4 reasons for getting high, and only one of them was for escape and recreation. The other 3 were toward enlightenment and going into a place that you can't do with normal consciousness. Maybe with a flat iron skillet. But when you take LSD and have a big experience, let me tell you, and now the big one is ayahuasca. Everybody looking for answers that they can't do with, let's say, sleep deprivation. Did you know that sleep deprivation is the strongest hallucinogen there is? That's why sensory deprivation tanks work so good. Really, they do.
Okay, well, I have read that sleep deprivation, actually damages the body physically.
Well, it does. It throws everything off. Yeah, I remember when I was younger, I used to eat Hershey burgers because if I could digest those and turn them into me, I kept my immune system stronger. I was rationalizing my behavior on why I would eat 5 hamburgers from this awful place called Hershey Burgers. Look, it's belief systems are what open and close doors. And when you have a mindset to do something, you rationalize it. That's what your mind does. It makes everything you believe true. There it is, see? There it is. It's not real any more than a belief is real. Now, drugs...
Okay, so Rick, when someone does, we'll just say LSD for right now.
Okay.
My research in the past, and it's been quite a long time since I've researched this, but there can be reoccurring trips, if you will. Is that true or not true?
Yeah, no. Let me tell you, that's another myth. Basically, lysergic acid diethylamide is a toxin. And when you take it, the body freaks out. It breaks the toxin down, produces its own related chemistry, which is lysergic acid amide, and then that 20 hours of high is from your own brain chemistry. And what it does is basically jumpstarts that neurologic circuit, which, by the way, that one is what Leary called neurologic circuits, was the one for creativity. It is, the brain releases minute quantities of that when you go, aha. When you go, aha, you see how that point to that point connects. You release that drug. Now, it's homeopathy. That's what your immune system does, is that it breaks down lysergic acid dialdehyde. That's in the urine. It salts within, 20 minutes. And then the 20 hours resulting is your own brain chemistry. And so flashbacks are really your body reproducing that event again. And really it's necessary to do that to start the creative process of evolution, where you're doing it consciously. And that's what I've been doing. When I took drugs, I was trying to navigate internal landscapes that I could not access with normal consciousness using a hammer or a flat iron skillet. I had to, go to a place where I saw shadow world. I saw other worlds that I would not normally say and discount as not real. And to do that, misses the forest through the trees, you don't have to hang out there. That's called diction. But you can experience that like you would sex or you do other kinds of things. Now, in my book, when I was younger and badass, I actually said, reality is for those people that can't handle drugs. No, just kidding. I did. But actually, the big movement now is ayahuasca, also known dimethyltryptamine, or should be, if it's done right, Dimey Church and all. But that's the spirit molecule. That's the neurotransmitter that gives you a sense of something more than yourself, gives you a sense of God. That's why Rick Strassman said that that's how the brain creates God. Now, the second part of that,
We're going into a break. When we come back, can we talk about some of the greatest inventions of mankind as a result of LSD and other drugs? We'll be right back. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration system and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Can Heart and Body Extract help with other ailments besides heart conditions, high blood pressure, clogged arteries, or unbalanced cholesterol? It did for Karen.
I've been using Heart and Body Extract for approximately 2 weeks. I've had an earwax buildup problem for many years, with over-the-counter stuff not working at all. I had very poor hearing due to this earwax buildup. Well, after 2 weeks of taking Heart and Body Extract, my earwax buildup almost completely cleared up. Could this be the effect of better body circulation?
Heart and Body Extract is an effective 100% organic nutritional supplement specially formulated to allow your body to heal itself.
My hearing is almost completely back to normal. I'm amazed.
Order by calling 866-295-5305 or online at hbextract.com. That's 866-295-5305 or hbextract.com. Heart and Body Extract for a long and healthy life.
Hello, it's Tom Chenault from The Tom Chenault Show. We are experts in home-based business and residual income. We show people how to make money from their home, either part-time or full-time, and in partnership with Genesis Communication Network, we've organized a team to fight back about people not having money, time, or health. And we need your help. What we want you to do is, if you've got an interest in building an organization to fight back against people taking our money, taking our time, and taking our health, we want to talk to you. All you need to do is call this number, 855-308-8326. Again, all you want to do is call 855-308-8326. You can make a tremendous amount of money and end up fighting for a great cause. Please call us right now.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
Hi, John Hubner from Midas Resources. Are you tired of watching your hard-earned assets dwindle away? As government spending is out of hand and the Federal Reserve is creating in excess of $20 billion a week, are you tired of stockbrokers gambling away your hard-earned money? Is this market a setup for a crash greater than 1987? Too many of today's policies resemble those that led to the collapse of 1929. This is John Hubner, and that was me in 2007. And we all know what happened when the subprime credit bubble burst. By March 2009, the dollar lost 50% of its value. The entire U.S. banking system was on the verge of collapsing. Like all financial problems of the past, is history about to repeat itself? Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129, before it's too late to protect yourself. Will the oncoming catastrophe take all private IRAs, 401ks with it? There is a way to protect your hard-earned assets. Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129.
Class, if you like to eat shrimp, I just posted on the website that article I was talking about. 60% of the shrimp that was investigated has bacteria. And also, 94% of frozen shrimp sold in American stores is imported from other countries.
You want to look at the skin, the ISBN number, to see what country it came from. Everything coming from Thailand is toxic right now. That's the deal. It's not shrimp, it's where it came from.
Okay. And Rick, my question about LSD and other mind-altering drugs, the question is, I've been thinking about what some of these politicians dream up, okay, like carbon credits and all of these rules and regulations that make no sense to me. Okay, my mind is not capable of thinking in those terms. Do you think, and so I've extrapolated that to ask the question, are some of the great inventions, the brilliant inventions of mankind, are they spurred on by mind-altering drugs that allow people to think differently from what they normally would do?
Well, I don't know about Leonardo da Vinci, but, he invented the parachute and helicopter and, some other really cool things.
In the tank?
I don't know how that all works. The thing that I see is not about drugs, it's the diversity of the human mind and how we've got sheeple and we've got wolves and the sheeple. And there's all the things in between. And that is where I don't think there's anything original. That's why I was always interested in shareware. I didn't think, that anybody should have, intellectual ownership on anything. Nothing's original. I'm not.
Well, they say that there's nothing new under the sun, and there are some new things.
Except me.
There are some
Saturday Night Live joke, and I have to tell you that the diversity is where our wealth and richness lies.
I'm trying to understand what you mean by that. You mean the different concepts that we can think about?
Child is able to. There's nothing wrong with that child. That child can grow bedding plants better than a master gardener, and has a quality of love that only Yudi has. You understand? They're like closer to spirit. They are. There's nothing wrong with this. Like fish, just the teacher doesn't want to deal with it. That's what the problem is. But the child itself is probably one of the most loving experiences anybody could have. Why would tomorrow, say it's aberrant?
Tomorrow, one of the things that we're going to talk about is how the Department of Education has gotten together with computer manufacturers and software writers and developers, and how they are dumbing us down and training us individually how to think by having the computers teach classes. Just look at the computer screen. You don't need to ask your teacher. You don't need to raise your hand. Just ask the computer. And then what the computers are doing are collecting our thoughts and how we answer, and then they can be information about how we respond as students can then be used to program us as to how we can think, and then shift how we purchase things. It's amazing. Rick, we're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and it gets worse when you really start to examine it, because we're about to go through what we would call a change of civilization, and this time we're not going to allow the Earth to have a civilization after because of Chernobyl. If the grid goes down, everything goes crazy. If it's day after tomorrow, that puts things in stasis, and then when you crawl out of your cave, you get to go face 400 Chernobyls that warmed up. It's crazy.
Rick, you want us to turn off the switch to nuclear energy, don't you, right now?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's not cheap. It's not safe. And there's better farms that are more natural. Wood.
And we could...
this place is crazy.
And we could solve...
It's all about money, which doesn't mean anything shortly.
Rick, and we could solve the whole problem by reducing our energy consumption. Above all, honesty and integrity. What happens next is up to you. Rick, thanks so much.
Pick up the receiver. With your heart racing and sweat dripping from your forehead, you finally muster the courage to dial the number to call into your favorite talk radio show. It rings once, twice, and then...
Hello, it's GCN. What's your name and the state you're calling from?
Surprised you got through, you squeak out.
Jason from Minnesota.
Please hold.
As you patiently wait for your turn, you begin to daydream about being a famous talk radio host and what it would be like to have your own show.
Jason from Minnesota, you're up.
Millions of loyal listeners worldwide waiting to call and talk to you.
Caller, are you there?
Cheering crowds surround you, calling out your name.
Going once, twice. Okay, we gotta move on to the next caller.
You blew it. Huh? Wait, no! Interact with the host you're listening to right now, online at GCNlive.com. Click on the community link. Engage with other listeners. Ask questions. Start debates. Don't agree with the host? Let them know. Be a part of the community at GCNlive.com.
Have you ever felt like the United States government knows way too much about your financial affairs? I continue to hear stories about property seizures, frozen bank accounts, confiscation of stocks and bonds. It makes me wonder if the U.S. citizen will ever again have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Unfortunately, with the Drug and Money Laundering Act, the IRS Revenue Ruling 6045 of 1984, and the Trading with the Enemy Act and Franklin D. Roosevelt's Executive Order of 1933, some precious metal holdings are subject to government intervention. For this reason, Midas Resources has prepared a report explaining the boundaries of trading precious metals privately. Whether if you have any intention of trading with Midas Resources or not, I have instructed my representatives to give this report out free. Call for your free copy at 1-800-686-2237. When investing, always proceed with caution. Again, call 1-800-686-2237. Exercise your legal right to trade metals privately. 1-800-686-2237.